action.
Welcome to Fresh Bone Bodyboard Reviews. Danny, what do we got first up, mate?
Board today is a Stealth Tour Tension PE. She's got double mesh on the slick, mesh on under the deck. 55-45 rails, graduated channels on the bottom, and no bobs. Pretty
No bobs.
no bobs, nose bobs.
No bobs or no bobs?
bobbies.
Nose bobs. Pretty standard prone template. 12.5-inch nose, 18.5 tail. Wide points roughly in the middle. About as standard a prone template as you can get, I'd say. This one's 43-inch, which probably suited me better than you guys, I would say.
Oh, right, 43.
Yeah. But the idea with this is so the tour models, you can get 3 boards from Stealth that are all basically the same template, but they come in different materials. So you got one that's PE, one that's polypro, and one I'm pretty sure has got double stringer. So you go to somewhere like Tahiti, you're grabbing the double stringer one.
Yeah.
You go to somewhere cold like Shippies, you're grabbing this one with PE, the cold water.
Yeah.
Okay. Wintertime here on the North Coast. Not overly cold, but you still want a little bit more flex in your board.
Every board is stiff when you first ride it, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I was just, because it was PE,
Yeah, you're expecting it.
I was expecting it to be flexy straight
Yeah.
off, but
Yeah.
it's the mesh that's underneath the deck
Yeah.
that initially
Keeps it
Makes
hard
it-
and flexy.
makes it flexy.
Stiff. Yeah.
Probably, I reckon it probably took 10 serves, and then
Yeah, okay.
but you could feel it starting to soften up as you picked it up.
Yeah.
Like when it was fresh, it was like, oh, far out, this is a stiff board. But you could actually feel it get squishier the more times you rode it. And
Yeah.
now
It's a sweet spot.
it's just about prepay flex. And that's only after, like I said, 10, 15 serves.
Yeah.
Whereas a polypro board, what do you reckon? How long does it take to
Oh,
break in a
ages.
PP?
Depending on the waves, but yeah, ages.
Like I said, this model's double mesh under the deck, mesh under the slick, and that's to encapsulate the core to try and, it's called tension tech. Add your flex on top and your flex on the bottom.
Giving it a bit of pop, you reckon?
Yeah, well, that's the idea kind of with all that stuff. It's that built-in tension. You
Yeah.
flex it this way, the deck will pull it back the other way.
Yeah.
And it gives you a bit more recoil.
So, how was that for you, Reese?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Like I rode it in a 2-foot kind of sucky beachy, and then 2 to 3 foot sucky reef. It's pretty fun. Hey,
Yeah.
took me a while to like get used to it because it was a different board. And what channels did you say it had?
Just your normal standard graduated channels.
Yeah, so like getting used to kind of that again, and I'd find once you'd spin though, you could just kind of keep spinning.
Yeah, well, that's because I think we all kind of found it felt wide anyway. You know, like
Yeah, it's
it's
definitely a wide template.
the under the arm test, it's
wide.
it's wider.
But I felt like that worked in your advantage, especially when the waves were small. I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I only rode it in small waves, though.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun in it. It would take me 2 or 3 ways to kind of dial it in, especially from another board.
Yeah.
And especially, I usually ride like those quad channels and stuff like that too. And but it was kind of good getting back on just a original, legit,
Yeah, just a basic board.
normal board.
Yeah, with a bit of flex, which is
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like PE too.
Yeah,
But I kind of, you steer away from it because like we get a lot of warm water, but also too, like you flog your board out pretty quickly, where I feel like the mesh will keep it going a lot longer.
yeah, that's the problem you
It'll
have
give you longevity.
especially with the ones that aren't down now, the PE
Yeah.
that we got today. Like you'd crush one of those pretty quick, but the mesh is definitely going to keep it
Yeah, keep it
alive
fresh.
for longer. I reckon if you're weighing up 43 or 42, I reckon with this board you'd go
you can
down.
go down.
do you reckon with the mesh, like on both sides of it, does it make it even thicker again, like by a
Wow.
little bit?
No, I think they've actually shaved the core because your standard 43-inch boog's about 55
Okay,
mil.
so they'd shave it like thinner
Yeah,
to fit the
and
mesh
that's
in.
55 mil as well. So it's
Normal.
actually it's not just mesh underneath. It's embedded into a layer of PP. So you got your deck skin, your mesh embedded into a layer of PP, then your PE, and then you mesh under again, and then you slick.
All right. So what did you like about it? Like, what are the pros, and then maybe what didn't you like about it?
I liked just for the first time pre-riding a bigger 43-inch that was super thick, easy to bounce through the barrels and kind of pop revs and spin. I enjoyed that. Like just having more foam under my chest was pretty sick. Just because I'm, pretty lanky in that. I do reckon it's probably a bit better for a crew that's probably a bit bigger than me, like big boys that are, keen to get back into it or something.
Yep.
Because you normally ride skinnier boards.
Yeah, I always ride skinny boards. So the nose, like I struggled trying to get used to the nose as well.
Yeah.
But I think it is like, by the third or fourth time, I was having so much fun.
Yep.
Like we were taking in turns filming.
Yep.
And I was just like, kind of didn't want to come in because I just wanted to keep riding because it was so fun.
Yeah, mate, I rocked up and Danny was whinging. Roy's been out for ages. He hasn't even come in.
Yeah.
But I think you're right to backtrack. Like, I think it is the perfect board for those guys. Like, if you're going, oh, mate, I need a board to get back into booging. Like, this is that board because it's that old school kind of template.
Yeah.
It's just chunky. And probably if you're thinking about getting back into bodyboarding, you're probably going to look a little bit more like me, not so much like Reese.
Yep. It's a bit more.
Been hanging around doing not much.
It's just a nice neutral template.
Yeah.
Old school template.
Yeah. It's for the
Old
big
school
boys,
flex
I reckon.
feel.
Yeah.
Bit wider, bit thicker. Well, it feels thicker, I think, the mesh. It's maybe that it's not.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a little bit heavier too.
It did feel heavy when you first picked it up, but
then that didn't really factor in, did it? You just that was the first.
Once you're in the water, it doesn't.
No.
Only one colorway. That's a bit of a, if you're not a black deck blue slick kind of guy.
So that's your don't like. What's your pro like? What did you like about it, Danny?
You do love some funky coloured boards, though.
Yeah.
Don't you? You go some wild colours. Where I'm pretty happy with the black deck and blue bottom.
Color, I don't care about colours.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah. And so, what did you like about it? What was your what's the favourite pro?
Just like the flex for me. Like I'm
having a PE board with that flex. Yeah.
That will last.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. Like it had a bit of pop to it too. It was like pretty. Fuck. I hate to say it, like to speak like this because then you'll see footage of me. But like truly, like I did like a rev on a right-hander, which I can't really do.
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, that kind of whips me around. Like surprised myself when I came like, oh, I made that. Oh, a little off the lipper.
Yeah.
And I was like, this, I'm enjoying this. Like that was in 3 foot. That was good.
Yeah.
It's a nice board, and yeah, I don't really have any cons. Thanks, Stealth.
Yeah, yeah. So about 449, 95 or whatever
so right, maybe upper middle range.
Yeah.
So really perfect for those guys kind of looking to chime back into the Bergen scene, get into the End Phone podcast and a Stealth tour PE tension deck.